I got to tell you, there are a couple little facts that are starting to become clear, real quick. You know, Mark got a target letter back in May of this year. He was served that letter at the Planned Parenthood where he would faithfully pray in sidewalk council. And, you know, we responded. 2 phone calls to this office, the U.S. Attorney's Office, unanswered. Correspondence. Very clear. We had one of our senior guys, a former federal prosecutor, Matt Houck, put some very, very bad hombres in the federal penitentiary over many years. And he said, you know, 2 things. 1, you have no case. You have no case. Because, by the way, Thomas More Society attorneys won a similar case just 3 years ago in this judicial district. Similar set of facts. But number 2, if you're going to indict him, we'll present him. And then, of course, what do they do instead? They send 20 heavily armed agents to the Houck home. But here's the thing, folks. They said, well, you know, operational security, this, that, and the other. And I'm going, well, all right, you had a distinguished former federal prosecutor offer to bring him in. Okay? You don't want to do that. You want to arrest him instead because for whatever reason. You know, is there a place where you would know exactly where Mark might be in a public location that, you know, there'd be no issue of picking him up? Might it have been the place you just gave him the stinking target letter a few months earlier? Every Wednesday at the Planned Parenthood. And so, I got to tell you, folks, there have been numerous congressmen and senators. I'm thankful for your Senator Pat Toomey, who has also affixed his name to a very important letter. Congress is looking at this, and they are not happy. And yeah, I mean, this is a good thing. And I'll tell you, we loved all the letters. Josh Hawley wrote a really nice letter. He's a good lawyer, and it was a great letter. But when Chuck Grassley, the senior senator, distinguished former chairman of the Judiciary Committee, when he puts his name on a letter, the Attorney General is not going to like that very much. And it was detailed, it's pointed questions. It's going to be a lot of fun next January when you get a new Congress. We know what the new Congress is going to look like. It's going to be pro-life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you to a place where I see this going. Now, look, when you have a federal prosecutor after you, it is never a pleasant thing, and it is never safe. I can never guarantee an outcome because you can't guarantee an outcome. I am confident in the strength of our legal position. We, you know, as Pastor Bill and others have said, we have hired literally the finest criminal defense attorney in Philadelphia. He's one of the best in the country, in Brian McMonagle. We add him plus our entire Thomas More team that has expertise on the face issues. And Lord willing, we get to court, we get in front of that jury, convince them, get a not guilty, and then imagine, you know, a week or 2 later, go down to the Senate, you've got Attorney General Merrick Garland, he's up there, swears, you know, I tell the truth, etc. And then hopefully we have the Houck family, Mark and Ryan Marie and the 7 kids, all dressed up in nice little suits and everything. And my dream, my vision, is that Merrick Garland personally apologizes to the Houck family for what he did to them. And I hope you'll hold that dream too. But I got to tell you, so I want to give you a few facts. So I needed to go to the clinic and look at this thing. Because I'm sitting there going, how is it that an abortion escort planted himself, a 72-year-old man planted himself next to a 12-year-old boy and started harassing him? Because I've seen a lot of things at the abortion facilities. I mean, you know, we've got the whole country to deal with. But I'm going, how did this even happen? How did this guy think this was a good idea? 72-year-old man should know better.
He's anti-children.
Well, he is very much anti-children, it appears. But, I mean, here's the thing. You all have been there. The gates are over 50 feet away, and I went into Uber, and I actually plugged in Planned Parenthood because I want to see where would they drop me off. It would drop me off right in front of the gates. Lyft, same thing, drop you off right in front of the gates. You can't park right there. I mean, it's nearly impossible. This beautiful old city has all one-way streets, and they are tiny. So there's no parking anywhere. And I'm sitting there going, what in the world do these folks think trying to charge us when Mark and his son were 50 feet away from where that escort was supposed to be, and he's the one that left his post, walked down that sidewalk, and starts harassing a 12-year-old.
Exactly. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, And this is the thing, the case we just won on face. You've got to be trying to stop the abortion clinic from operating. You've got to be trying to stop the abortions. That wasn't what happened here. I mean, we've got case law saying, look, if the pro-life sidewalk counselor and the abortion escort get in a little, they get in each other's grills and all that, and they get in each other's personal space, but that's not a face violation. But if that's not a face violation, a guy coming up and harassing your 12-year-old son is definitely, in no way, shape, or form, a federal violation. So, I got to tell you, I know I see friends, I see current, former clients here as well. The media on this has been interesting. I have also never been on a case where I've got Fox News National sending people out to the scene and a total blackout on local media. I mean, I have never seen that before. So you have you got a weird situation going on here. We're going to fight through it. We're pushing our message to ensure that our message gets out, because the other side has been pushing their message effectively. We are going to correct that. We do not want a tainted jury pool. We want a jury pool that is neutral and is going to fairly hear this case. But I got to tell you, I saw in the local papers, there were some things that they were going, well, the Philly DA, he dropped that case against, Mark. They decided to withdraw it. I'm going, hang on a second. He didn't drop it. They forced him to kick it out. We forced the dismissal of the private criminal complaint. And they're saying, well, no, Mark was the aggressor. I'm going, what are you talking about? They're 50 feet from the door. So we're going to keep fighting and fighting on this front. And let me tell you something. Every new fact is in our favor. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since it has been too long since I've been in Philadelphia. Every non-breakfast meal I have had has involved a cheesesteak in some way, shape, or form, which is, it's not good for the waistline, but it's a lot of fun. And so I thank you so much for your prayers, your support. We do have the defendlifetoday.com website, so that's a place where you can get updates on the site, etc., on the case rather, and support it. But again, thank you so much. God bless you. Please keep it up. This is a wonderful, vibrant pro-life community, and we are going to win this victory for Mark. Stop the Biden DOJ, send them back to the hole from which they emerged. Make sure they never do this again.